She never realized how still her life had become. How long she had been sitting inside the circle of her comfort, calling it peace. Routine had become her rhythm. Safety had become her song. She told herself, this is enough. But deep down, she knew it wasn't. There was a whisper inside her heart. Gentle, persistent, and holy. A voice that said, there's more. At first, she ignored it. It came when she scrolled past stories of people living out their callings. When she watched others speak, create, sing, build. While she quietly told herself that kind of courage wasn't hers, yet the whisper grew louder, because deep within her God had placed a gift. A voice that carried hope and healing. She had always loved words, writing, speaking, encouraging others. But fear had chained her creativity, and doubt had silenced her pen. Who am I to inspire anyone? She asked, and the whisper answered, you are mine. One day, after months of wrestling, she prayed a trembling prayer. God, if you're calling me to more, give me the courage to say yes. That prayer changed everything. The Holy Spirit met her in that moment. Not with thunder, but with peace. She felt a strength that wasn't her own. A fire that filled the spaces where fear once lived. For the first time, she didn't just believe in God. She believed that God could work through her. So she stepped out slowly, hesitantly. She started sharing her writings online. Small posts about faith, pain, and grace. Each word felt like a step into unknown territory. And every like, every message saying, this spoke to me, was proof that obedience bears fruit. But stepping out wasn't easy. There were days when silence met her effort. Days when doubt returned. She fought thoughts like, you're not good enough. No one cares. You're wasting your time. And yet, every time she thought of quitting, she felt the gentle nudge of the Spirit, reminding her, you're not walking alone. The more she dared, the more she discovered. Courage wasn't the absence of fear. It was faith standing firm in the middle of it. And purpose wasn't a sudden spotlight. It was a daily yes to the one who called her. Soon the girl who once hid her gift began leading others in encouragement, prayer, and truth. Her words began to heal, to lift, to remind others that they too could dare for more. And she realized something sacred. Stepping out of her comfort zone didn't start with confidence. It started with surrender. Because sometimes we don't even know we're stuck until God calls us to move. And that first step feels like breaking chains. There were tears. There were fears. But there was also grace. Sustaining grace. Empowering grace. The Holy Spirit strengthened her every time she doubted, breathed life into her when she felt empty, and turned her quiet obedience into testimony. And now, when she looks back, she doesn't see a girl who had it all together. She sees a woman rebuilt by grace, refined by faith, and led by divine purpose. Her story isn't about talent. It's about trust. Not about perfection, but persistence. Not about being fearless, but being faithful. So maybe this isn't just her story. Maybe it's yours. Maybe you felt that same whisper calling you to rise, to move, to use what's already in your hands. Yes, stepping out is hard. Yes, it feels impossible. But the one who calls you is faithful, and he will strengthen you through every more you dare to give. So dare to write, dare to speak, dare to build, dare to become. For the same Spirit that empowered her is ready to empower you. Step out. There's more waiting beyond the fear, and grace is already there, holding your hand,